Sharkfest with another Kids First reporter. Please introduce yourself.
Zoe Canella.
And we're here in front of this massive styrofoam shark. It's very impressive. It looks very cool. It's actually kind of scary.
Yeah, I got kind of terrified watching it. So.
I'm here with Mark Moeller and Kimberly Jeffries, the photographers of the documentary World's Biggest Great White. How are you guys doing?
We're great this morning.
Yeah, we're doing great. How are you?
I'm good. And so we just wanted to ask a few questions about this documentary.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's it been like working as divers and photographers for something like this?
We've been doing this for quite a while. This was just one piece that we've gotten to work on, and it's kind of a very exciting piece, and we're happy to share it with everyone.
Yeah, it's a really marvelous discovery. We've managed to connect some really big scientific dots, as well as document some really amazing footage of great white sharks that I don't think anyone's really quite prepared for what they're going to see. It's going to be really amazing.
When did you guys discover your love for the ocean?
I think we sort of built that together. We've been dating for a while now, but we sort of grew as divers together. So it's been a journey.
Very much so. We both started, we dove a little bit. It was more of a hobby, and now it's pretty much every week, every couple days thing. We're out on the water and traveling much more and seeing a lot more than we used to.
Yeah, and then I'm also an instructor, so I do teach diving as well. So I'm in the water all the time, and I think it's really important as divers to show what's in the ocean, because we're the only people where we have to be like ambassadors for wildlife, because no one else has access to it, to be able to see the amazing things that we do. So I think that's really important.
Now, what's the scariest thing you guys have found as divers, or maybe the scariest thing you've caught a picture of?
I think, honestly, the scariest thing that we see in the ocean is probably the result of human interaction with the ocean. So plastic pollution, sharks that have hooks on their lines. I've seen sharks underwater that are dead because they've been fished and left there. So I don't think that the animals in the ocean are the scariest thing. I think it's what we're doing to nature that is the scariest thing that I've seen out there.
Yeah, we definitely see a lot of pollution, and then, like Kim said, the results of the human interaction. We've seen dolphins that have had prop damage to them. We've seen whales that have had propeller damage from ships, and that's really heartbreaking stuff that you see.
Well, that got a little bit too tragic for our liking. Do you think you could bring it back?
Well, I know you guys were talking about diving. So, was it hard to combine photography and diving as well?
Honestly, it wasn't really that hard, but I think that I went into photography at a much later stage, and so I had already progressed as a diver to a fairly high level. So photography was just picking up something else.
Yeah, another piece of equipment that we're taking along with us on the diving we were already doing. Another thing that we were able to work on a couple years ago was the documentary Chasing Coral, and that was a whole different type of equipment, and it was more of a working dive that we were doing, and we were able to bring some really incredible footage out to the public's eye with that, which was very different than the big animals that we're bringing with the world's biggest great white.
Now, there's a lot of movies about the ocean and specifically sharks. Have you guys seen any of those movies and had them really scare you?
We're more documentary type of people. That's what we like to see, and to see the science-based footage, and that's what resonates with us.
Yeah, I actually didn't even watch Jaws until last year. It was kind of cute and cheesy and how fake it was. But I do appreciate the attempt to bring marine life to the forefront more. So it produces a fascination with sharks that I don't think would have come about in another way. So it's hit or miss.
And finally, can you guys tell us about the amazing deep blue? And was that scary at all, or?
No, I don't think it was really scary. She was really sedate, and as you may know by now, she already had a food source, so we weren't in any danger, and she was just concentrating, and it was a very beautiful natural feeding event, so I didn't feel any danger whatsoever.
Exactly like Kim said, seeing this animal come in and feed on her own pace and her own schedule, there was really no threat to us. And Kim's first experience with seeing her, they were already in the water and the shark came out of the blue. So there wasn't really a conscious decision of let's get in the water with this animal. It's the animal came to visit the whale carcass that was there.
All right, well, thank you. And for our very special bonus question, we want to know, because a lot of people who watch Kids First are kids themselves, and they want to learn from media. So you were mentioning pollution earlier and how that was scarier than the animals in the ocean. Do you think there's any advice you have to the kids watching on how to maybe help these animals, how to maybe stop pollution?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say just try to make conscious efforts as a consumer. I know that most kids are kind of depending on their parents, right? Ask your parents for reusable things, right? You're going to school events where chances are you're getting tiny little bottles of plastic water, right? It's not environmentally sustainable, so ask your parents to get you a Hydro Flask, or just drink without a straw, or choose a paper straw or something else. I think that kids are really our future, and so by putting pressure on the older generation to change their ways, we can really make a difference.
And the same goes for restaurants and establishments. When you're out making these decisions, try to bring your own and refuse the straw whenever it's coming with your drink, and make a conscious effort to do that sort of thing. And every little bit helps.
All right, well, thank you guys.
Thank you. Yeah.
This is Calista Bess,
And Zoe Canella.
and we're signing off.
Goodbye.